Hello everyone, this is Obsolete Zeo, and I'm just doing a StarCraft 2 Bronze League analysis. I think I'm going to do, a few episodes of this or more, either, 1v1s, 2v2s, or, etc. This is basically my first game. Actually, it's probably my third since early Season 2. So, in all honesty, I haven't really played StarCraft much at all, but I've been watching it a ton. Just watched a ton of my StarCraft. So, I'm coming back, and basically when I first left off, I was also Bronze League and a couple in a Silver League for like 2v2 or 3v3 or something like that. So that was the extent of my play. Really, I just didn't play that much. I got frustrated with it, and I didn't work hard at it. So I kind of want to get into it and try and improve and whatnot. By the way, side note, Resistance 3 comes out tomorrow, so I'm excited for that. Probably going to be making some videos with that too, but I wanted this 100th video to be something that I did in the past, and to show you guys that I want to be doing this in the future. So I thought I'd do StarCraft, and basically this is my terrible play. So you guys will be able to mock my Bronze League play, because in the world of StarCraft I'm really shitty, and I'm openly admitted to it. So in the beginning here, I do my standard shit build, which I just kind of like pull it out of my ass, and that's what I do. Spawning pool went down, Roach Warren, etc. So I think this game ended up being like 37 minutes long. So I think what I'll do is show the bulk of the center area and then like speed it up and then show the end or something, because I don't want it to be on ×4 for a while. So I'll go to ×2. Also, pardon for the lag, because I have different applications open and it's going fast, and so whatever. We'll just see what happens. So, I miss my injections a lot, as you see here. Like I'm not very good at that, and I send these roaches out, which is actually a pretty decent push in the beginning. As you can see, like I'm just a lot of a better player than he is. I have 34, he has 21 supply count, but I really miss micro here, just horribly. I mean, just look at how terrible that push was. I immediately remaxed though, sort of, but that really dropped me down quite a bit. So I don't really know how to check these tabs here. Units maybe, or units lost or something. So I guess we'll show that up there. But so I continue to build roaches. I expand again poorly. I feel like I'm keeping my resources low though, and so I'm macroing decently. I mean, I feel that one of my big problems in StarCraft is the ability to take expansions. Like this here, this generally like faint, it just scares me away of taking expansions. So instead, as you see, I'll take my third here, and for a while later on in the game, you'll see he keeps me off of this base with DTs and Void Rays and stuff like that. So I never really make an effort to take this base, and I feel that that's like really a big crutch of my game, because also I have no idea why I put these roaches out here, but anyway. I also saw that he went Void Ray, I think either now or in the future, but I'm getting creep spread and everything. But back to the main point, before I just talk and babble on forever. I don't feel that I can be a better player if I don't learn how to take expansions better. Like I just do a really bad job of it. And I don't really follow a lot of builds. I follow like a good Roach Rush, Mass Roach type build in the beginning, and then I transition from there. And you'll see in this game like I do a decent job of that. But again, this is Bronze League, and so this player right here is completely unorthodox and shit, like more so than me. I don't really know what he's doing half the time, but I mean, you'll see that later on. So he's going Void Ray, which is fine. And again, like I don't pay attention here and lose units for no apparent reason. So I decided I'm gonna go make a push, and I was like, I mean, we can go ahead and do this here. So I'm going up here, and you'll see as sort of again miss micro. So I'm going for the photon cannons, which this time it's better. But then I just sort of just forget about this attack. So I'll have these roaches that are idle, and then they're just getting shot down by the Void Rays. I don't push forward, and then he warps in units, and so again, like, I lost units up there. And as you can see, like, I've lost 19 as compared to his 8. Much more resources invested in that. And at this point in the game, this is where I start getting really lax, and my mid game is bad. I just throw down the Spire for some apparent reason. I think it was because, you know, I put down the Spores, which was nice. I feel like I did a good job there. In that, in the past, I've been really susceptible to air, like either by Protoss or by Terran. Like I don't really prepare for that too well. So I saw that he did have Void Ray, and the fact that I couldn't really scout his base all that well because this map is stupidly large, is just really pissing me off. My Overlord from the beginning finally gets there, so I see this base, and so I know that he's just very, very odd in his style. And this is starting to lag quite a bit, so I'm going to slow it down here. So I have my Spire out, right? And again, like you know, my macro is pretty poor. I take this expansion right here, and like, if I look at my, oh my god, this is so laggy. Like, this is not saturated whatsoever, and I look here, it's oversaturated, so I think eventually I do move drones over. But at this point in time, I put down the Spires, or the Spore Crawlers. My upgrades are... Okay, so I did level up at this point, so I'm already leveled up. I'm at 107, so like this player is just horrendously shit. And you can see I push again with roaches, and this time I try and do some damage. And again, like, if I was playing anyone decent, well, first of all, I guess the walling off was correct on his part, and he actually does have some decent force fields, which makes me wonder why the hell he takes an expansion out here and he walls off and he plays just really turtle style, you know. So in StarCraft 2, turtling is not really the best, you know, very good. And I have 100 supply in it, and as you see, it goes down a lot. Really, I don't do much damage here at all. I try and get some last minute probe kills, but to no avail, really. So, I mean, that's fairly bad. He has photon cannons everywhere, and you'll see later on I try and do something here, but that doesn't really work out. So, you know, at this point in the game, I'm kind of like puzzled. I'm massing up mutas here for like and corruptors. I really have no idea what I'm doing. So this is what I'm talking about in terms of a game plan and transitioning. Like, I really don't know, you know, what I should be doing in mid game to late game. As I saw he had air, so I go to these units, and you know, as I see, I try to make a push here with my muta. So my muta never really get a good attempt to harass, because I really don't micro very well, and I'm just losing them to photon cannons for no apparent reason. So you know, I'm scouting about a little bit. Their harass is pretty much really shitty. Again, he's only at 40. Like, I don't understand how he's this bad. I think it was because he did his one base and just completely turtled and then expanded all the way down here, which was really poor on his part. Like, it's just not a good idea to do that. And I'm really shitty at StarCraft, and I'm gonna admit that you know, this player is really terrible. But I have my third base going, and you know, again, like, it's very, very late. Like, you see, this is a lot later in the game, and I still don't really have this going. My saturation here is still the same, you know, it's still shit. And then I don't pay attention to these guys, and I'm running out of resources, so I could easily transfer some over here and drone up a little bit. And that's why my supply, you know, it's just ridiculous. I was at 100 like 10 minutes ago, and now I just started losing things for no apparent reason. Back down to 90, he's barely going up to 60. I mean, this is really shitty play, guys. I mean, this is Bronze League at its finest. I am amassing units here, and so I'm going to speed it up to the good stuff, I guess. So I'm continuing to produce here. I finally get my resources down. I get things situated. I feel at this point in the game I'm doing a lot better job. I need to put more people on gas, obviously. That's just a complete misclick there. But I'm actually not doing that bad in terms of managing my economy at this point. I mean, it does give fairly high. You know, I wish I could manage it a little bit better. But starting with this point, I should most likely take, you know, expansions. Like I said, this is what hinders me, and you know, I do break this down, but I'm really slow to take it. I just, you know, with the whole like hotkey situation, I'm not very adept at that. I'm not very skilled, and taking expansion scares me because almost every single time as a bronze player, I always do it at the wrong times, and so I just lose them for no apparent reason. Here though, like I get a really good grasp of the game. I'm massing up a moderately decent army with a lot of corruptors. In fact, I probably like overproduce, but later on I do transition into Broodlords, albeit very, very late. As you can see here, I want to transition into Broodlords, but I have to go to Hive. So like you know, I put down 2 Infestor Pits because I didn't really know what the fuck I was doing. That's another thing. Like transitioning to high for me is fairly difficult. But I have superior force. I have a huge fucking army. He starts pushing with like Void Ray, and I think DTs at some point. So I think further on here, I do morph into Overseers and whatnot. I don't know when that actually occurs, but I do a decent jump. Like I have protection around my bases. I have support crawlers. I was able to produce extra queens, which again, like had he actually done any sort of harass in the beginning, I would have been in good shape. Now I'm maxed out here, and I decided to push because I realized that I am maxed. And as you can see, he's still like just. I don't understand how he has these few minerals when he's at 100 supply. He like his drone count or his probe count must be shit. But I just completely maul over his base here. I realized that it's not really the best idea to go up to the top because that was really well defined with photon cannons, and my pushes before had failed. So I realized at this point in the game, his mining is probably out there. So I do go here and try and kill its entire base, which is nice. And my overly saturated corruptor count is doing work, taking out void rays, taking out these stargates and whatnot. So I do work here, and then at the end, there's actually something interesting. Let me see if I can find it. And then I don't really max up again, but that's just because I am a bronze player and I'm not the best. So I'm concentrating on these stupid units, and then you can see here, very very odd. This guy actually dies to a DT. So I actually saw that, and I realized that, and I'm wondering if it happens. Yep, going into the Brood Lords, and then in addition, I'm also morphing Overseers at some point, and then I decided to bring the Overseers into my army because I'm about to make another push. So I'm maxing out again, morphing into Brood Lords. Have actually like a decent army. Again, this is 33 minutes in, so if I was a master player, this would have happened like 15 minutes ago. Like it's sad, but I do like making these videos because I want to analyze my play, and I feel that it helps me get better. So my last StarCraft video I made a while ago, it actually got some decent response, and I know there's people out there that watch my videos that like StarCraft, and I have a lot of friends that watch StarCraft and enjoy the game. It's really turned into a nice spectator sport and competitive sport for that matter. It's just grown enormously. I think you can really attribute a lot of that to streaming in general. People like Destiny and stuff like that. Like in North America, that does help out. So like I just sort of like fucked this up completely, but I don't give a shit at this point because I'm just like, I'm just gonna go in and attack. So I don't really want to show you the end of this. I guess I'll speed it up. ×8, basically taking out all of this. He did manage to take out that base, but I just completely overrun this. I honestly don't know where his army is. He's at 32 supply with 37 minutes, and this is despite the fact that I killed him. All I did was kill buildings, so like he really is just not very good at all. I know he has his base up here, but I don't really pay much attention to it. He GG's, and that is it, folks. So I just wanted to say thank you guys, because as I approach and pass 100 videos, I really appreciate the support you guys have given me in the past, and also continue to do so as of now. It's really been a cool run for the past couple years. There have been setbacks. I do wish I could garner more attention. These are just personal things, and it really falls on me because as you well know, there have been periods where I've been inactive in posting videos. So hopefully I change that in the future. And again, I won't promise you anything. I just want to say that I do think that I will be more active, and it's something I enjoy to do. So videos such as this I haven't really done in a while, and I just kind of wanted to show you kind of what I plan to do in the future with analysis videos and whatnot. Like I enjoy that, and I want to get your feedback too. So if you're a good StarCraft fan, you play it or you enjoy watching it, give me some feedback. And I know I'm really terrible, but just like everyone else, we all want to get better at this game, or other games for that matter. And it's one of those games where I'm competitive at, and if I do poorly, I really blame it on myself. So I like that because it's a nice challenge. It's very strategic, and it helps me improve various skills in gaming in general. So again, I just wanted to say thank you. After 100 videos, Hopefully there'll be 100 more, and coming in a quicker time as well. So I guess I'll say adieu, or yeah, I think that's the French word or whatever it is for saying farewell. But I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.